Traders, and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. Good to be with you. Coming to you from Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies today. Absolutely gorgeous, nice cool breeze early in the morning today, but that'll change. It'll get hot. It always does. All right, it is July 6, 2017, and we are ready to go. Market's starting to move a little bit. Yesterday, there was some good trades. I hope somebody caught that New Zealand dollar yesterday. That was a nice trade. I did not, by the way. I missed that trade, and I watched it and I just missed it. I didn't enter it. Yeah, so it is what it is. But, things are starting to happen now. We're seeing a little bit more movement in the markets, and that's good. Unfortunately, tomorrow is NFP. And being that tomorrow's NFP, the markets are going to fizzle out probably by, I would say, New York lunch, maybe even New York open. We might see a real decline in activity. So let's get over to what's going on today as far as data goes. What we're seeing is we have trade balance that's coming out of the Aussie today, and that's in about 20 minutes. So this video will not be on YouTube by the time that happens, but keep an eye out for the results of what happens in the markets with that. We have German factory orders for month on month. We have the Swissies got CPI month on month. The U.S. has FOMC member Williams speaks. Do they ever keep quiet? Do they just talk every day? Like, what are they going to say? Nothing. Just boggles my mind. What else do we got of any interest today? Well, Spain has Spanish 5-year bonus auction, and ECB Prayet speaks today. I'm sure I messed that name up. And what else is going on? A lot of small stuff in New York. ECB publishes account of monetary policy meeting is posted today. And then, of course, ADP, non-farm employment change, comes out today. Real quick, ADP is a payroll company. You can have a one-man business or a 50,000-man business, and they do all your payroll deductions and stuff like that. That's why they're watched so carefully, because they're in every state in the United States. And they have a good idea what's going on. But don't get hooked on what ADP does and what non-farm does. There's sometimes when they don't match. Okay. So don't use that as like a concrete piece of, tool for your NFP. Let's see. Trade balance out of the U.S. comes out. Of course, initial jobless claims comes out. We got trade balance out of Canada today. And ISM non-manufacturing PMI for June comes out today in the U.S. Crude oil inventories comes out today. Crushing crude oil inventories comes out today. Yeah, quite a busy day today in data, which is good. We need that. So tomorrow, nothing in Asia as far as things we have to watch out for. Real quickly, let's just go over the indices. S&P futures is down 0.02%. Nasdaq futures down 0.20%. S&P 500 VIX down negative 1.34%. Nikkei 225 down 0.39%. U.S. dollar is up 0.05. Still in that 96.02 zone. We really want to see this back up to 98, 99, right? We want to see this back up. And the Euro index is also down 0.09% at 91.42. We'll just take a real quick look at commodities so we can get to the charts. And WTI crude is up at 47.01, and Brent oil is at 49.59. My conversation a week and a half ago that maybe I was wrong about oil. Okay, we threw that out the window. Oil went down to like 46, right? 45, 46. And I said it's going back to 50. Well, it took longer than I expected, but we are back to 50. Folks, all that news out there that you're reading about oil has nothing to do with the price of oil. It's all the 7 major banks in the world are going to keep oil above $50 a barrel. They could talk about supply. They could talk about caps. They could talk about all that stuff. Hogwash, my friends. Hogwash. It's about the banks. There's billions and billions of dollars worldwide in oil industry loans. If oil goes below $50 a barrel, those loans default. It would be a financial crisis across the world. They're not going to let oil stay below $50 a barrel forever. It's a good place to buy when you see that. All right, let's get to the charts. So, let's see what we got here. Euro Aussie. not nothing. This was a trade plan here at 49.40. It's hammering around here. We're now at a support level here, and that's at 49.25. I'd like to see this bounce back up. Really, the trade was here at 49.68 right here. This was the trade. That was where you probably really wanted to be in and take it from there. And this way, when you buy back down to here, you've got over 30 pips. You can go to break even in case this pops you. But now we're at support. We got a 200 exponential moving average. You got the 5 and the 20 exponential moving average entwined in price. Nothing for me. This is just wait and see here. Not going to touch it. All right, we'll take a look at the euro. Nothing. Look at this euro. This is like ridiculous, right? There's just nothing going on. It's sideways. The candles are tiny. There's no vigor in this pair at all. No trade. Not even a thought of a trade in there. Take a look at the pound. Pound really took a dump yesterday. Came back up. Oh, excuse me. Came back up, and here we are at the 200 exponential moving average. Here we are at a resistance level. So this is like we're in this, and we got the 5's above price, the 20's right below price, squeezed in there. So in this this like a pressure chamber here. And where is it going to go? Like, is it going to pop up? Is it going to come back down? If you really looked at this, what do we want this to do is we want this to pop back up, right? I want this to pop back up. I don't want to sell it where it's at, right? So if we take the high of the chart and just bring this down and just bring this over so we can see it. So, if we can get back up to this 50% fib, that to me looks like a great area to consider putting a trade plan together, right? So at this 1.2963, that's where you'd want to think about a trade plan to take this to the downside. And we'll see what happens. That was a really quick trade plan, folks, but just something to keep an eye on, right? All right, the euro yen is my trade of the day today, and this broke this trend line here. I really want to see this come back up to this 128.90, and then we can sell it from there. But this is breaking out below this trend line, and the 128.09 entry is okay. But what's the problem? Well, the problem is I'm coming into 128.00, and right, double number. Do I really want to trade into that? No, I don't. So it's gonna have to break below that, like 127.90 to get in, but that's okay because we're going all the way down to 127.40. Again, I'd like to see this bounce back off of this 200 and go back up to this 128.90. Then we can sell it, and that'd be a great trade. But the trade plan has 2 entries, and we'll just see what happens. Listen, if I make 30 pips, on a Thursday before NFP in the summer market, I'm all in. So we're just going to watch it. The trade plan's there. We'll see where we're going to get in. And looking good. Let's take a look at the Aussie, see if there's any pre-movement data here. Anything going on? No, not a lot. Just hanging out here. And nothing to do here. I see nothing at all to do. This is just hanging out. So nothing on the Aussie. There's no trade on that chart. We'll take a look at the dollar yen. We haven't seen that in a long time. So the dollar yen is popped up here. Now it's sideways. I'm bullish on the dollar. I'm bullish on the dollar. So I'm thinking this is going to continue back up. Probably retest this 113.70 area and then come back down again. And that'll be it. It'll just come down. That's my thought process on that. And we'll see. It's in this range. It's between these two blue lines. This indicator is really great. If you use NinjaTrader, it's put out by Indicator Warehouse. It's a little pricey, but I'll tell you don't have to do price levels on your charts ever again. They're calculated all the time. So you don't have to worry about your price levels on your charts, what's happened in the past, what's going on in the future, right? It's all there. It's right there. Everything's right there. So if you're using NinjaTrader, it's support and resistance lines from Indicator Warehouse. And no, I don't get compensation for telling you that, but it's a great indicator. It's really saves you a lot of time, a lot of time looking at price levels. All right. Well, that's about it. I'm sure I went over my time today, jabbering away here. So we have some movement in the markets. Again, NFP's tomorrow. Probably London lunch, New York open. The markets are going to really fizzle down. and just be aware of that. Traders, thanks for being with me. Remember to trade smart and not hard. TradingWithBill.com. Please leave your comments, any questions, anything like that. Please leave them, and we'll get you answered. Take care, my friends, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.